Hello and welcome back to Legends of Ellaria Early Access with me, Barton. So before we get into the meat of today's video, I just wanted to point something out that I know that some of the developers watch my stuff, so just something here. It's a small thing, but it's something that, you know, if you want to get things right, maybe should be fixed. So it's here. So I want to recruit. So at the moment I'm at the limit. I have as many people as I can get. I understand that. Okay. But the thing is, it's just the text should be changed for this, because I definitely have enough gold, because I'll show you how much gold I have. But when I do this and I try to recruit, it says you can't afford this type of unit, which is not true. When it actually is that we can't recruit any more of that type of unit because we're at the limit for everything. So it's just a little thing, but the text should be changed for that. Now, let's say that's all for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop on outside. Okay. And as you can see, inside we weren't too bad, but outside we're going to get a lot of lag. Yeah, I can feel the lag coming already. Now, just say that we're getting 19 frames per second, which is pretty good actually. But when all those guys pop in, it's probably going to drop a bit. Yeah, there we go. And around the city seems to be a bit of a drop as well. Okay, so city's going on as it was. If you want to see how our city is actually doing, we'll go in here. We see all of our guys there as well. So we have 12,500 gold. So we definitely have enough to recruit if we needed to. It seems like that is the limit for iron. I'll check. If I remember, I'll check towards the end of the video. But it seems like that's the amount of iron that you can have. And wood's probably going to be somewhere around 9,999, I imagine. Something like that. And then riftstone, I don't think we're ever, unless 40 is the limit, I don't think we're ever going to hit a limit on that, because it takes a long time to get riftstone. Right, so we're going to move out with our army. And the plan is to go to the Goblin Village. If I can actually get through the people. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Are we actually trapped by our own people? I think we might be. Right, so let's... I was going to do this later, but let's do this then. So we're going to tactics, and then we do this. Okay. What's the... Is there a shortcut for dismiss? I know F2 is to follow. Follow and attack. F3 is to follow and defend. And F4 is to follow and retreat. But I don't know whether there's one for... to tell them just to dismiss them for now. So what I'm going to have to do is... Well, let's go to the options first and have a look. So there's the shortcuts we're talking about. So you can get them to follow you and attack on a shortcut. But you can't shortcut dismiss, it seems. Yeah, I can't see any shortcut there for dismiss. So maybe that's something to think about putting in the game, guys. So that we could... Because all of these guys here, I'm going to have to tell them to get out of my way. Yeah, look. They're considered solid bodies, so we can't run through them. So they're actually in the way. Okay, so let's go to you. Let's talk to you, Mr. Soldier. Your order. Okay, we can tell everyone to return back to town. That's good. Right, but now what I have to do is to go to the barracks and get everyone again. So I'd like to have some kind of order that I could tell them to move out of my way. Or like sometimes what you can have is in some games you can kind of ghost through your own people. So it's like it's in a lot of MMOs where, because what used to happen is long ago in MMOs, like, you know, since there's been like MMOs or any kind of online game, there's been dickheads in the community. And what people used to do in MMOs was they'd leave the character AFK, which is away from the keyboard, in certain areas to block people from getting to certain things. So whether that was like an auction house, or like in Final Fantasy 11, it was the Mog House, which was like your house, or any kind of, you know, quest givers and stuff like that. And they'd place either one character or multiple characters to block people. And then they introduced a thing where you could ghost through. If you ran at them long enough, you'd be able to ghost through them. So initially you would stop, and then if you kept running, you would go through. So that could be something to think about. If the army is going to go around you like that and block you when you want to move. Okay, so I had orders for our army. Let's assemble all the soldiers, please. Okay, everyone, thank you. And that's all for now. Thank you. I know, and obviously the system is in its infancy, and not until the guys work on it to update it will it kind of become more complex. But for now, you know, it's very basic. But the reason why I wanted to do a video on this is that I wanted to have something to compare to when this does get implemented in the game, which might be in, I don't know, like Nexus RPG leveling. And then after that, then we'll have to see what the focus is. You know, but when this gets focused on, obviously that system is going to be fleshed out. But for now, just want to show people what we have. So all of our guys are following us. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Goblin Village, because there's going to be tons of enemies and enough enemies to kill all of my guys. So all of these poor people are going to die at my order. But I want to show just how things work. So you can see that they teleport you as well. You can see them kind of blinking in as I'm getting further ahead. Now hopefully we're going the right way for the Goblin Village. Yeah, that looks like it over there. Now one thing that I don't like about the Goblin Village is I don't mind the fact that they keep spawning guys out of their portal, and they keep coming at you. But the thing I don't like is that guys will spawn out here as well, so you can't kind of besiege them. See, yeah, these guys just popped in there, and if we kill all of them, there's still gonna be more that pop in. So we're gonna start with the guys. Yes, see, these popped in here as well, and more are just going to keep popping in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into tactical view. I'm going to see how. Okay, so that's another problem, is the trees kind of get in the way a bit, don't they? So let's try this one. So we're changing them to defend. Okay, so people are coming towards me. Then I want to go to attack. Okay. And the problem is, like, there's me right in the middle. Yeah? And, yeah, so that's a bit weird. Okay. So they're fighting all these guys. Look, the partner's got a ton of guys. There they are there, look. But when we go into the tactical view, can we see them all? Well, we can't see anything through the trees. So I think the angle on the tactical view, or when you're in the tactical view, things like trees and stuff should probably either be removed or kind of made ghosted, so that you can actually see where you want to put your guys. So now I want to change them to retreat and see what happens. So I changed them to retreat, and I can't see anybody moving. So let's put them on attack now. Okay. So they're not actually... Interesting, they're not actually... There's someone over there doing something. So yeah, we have all these... like, we obviously, out here at least, we have the superior numbers. But the problem is only certain of our guys seem to actually be taking action. Like, look at that guy in there. He's killing an archer. And no one is helping him. Well, I'll help you. There you go. Yeah, so I'm not sure how it decides who attacks. Because something that's obviously going to come later is that we're going to be able to put people into formations and group them. And hopefully it won't just be like all the archers go over here, all the soldiers go over here. It should be like we can make a group of people, be that all of the same type or mixed type, and then tell the groups where to go. And then if we want, we can select all archers and all soldiers, but we should be able to make custom groups as well, where it's like maybe if we have 10 archers, we can select 10 of those, or 5 and 5 and put them in separate groups, or we can mix, 5 archers and 5 soldiers in a group and another group of 5 archers, 5 soldiers, and then have them act independently. Yeah, a lot of our guys are dying just because of the way they choose to engage the enemy. So let's put everyone on attack and see what happens. So everyone should be rushing forward with me now. Okay, so some of the guys are going forward, but not many. And let's push into the village and push towards the portal. So we get him. And then, so a lot of our guys are going to get stuck outside. So the pathing is not very good. So we have a group that have made it into the village. Oh, hi there. And then these guys are fighting through the fence. Okay. I suppose it's only a wooden fence, so you could actually fight through it. And let's go over and see what's happening over here, because there seems to be a big fight going on. And we're losing a lot of guys. Okay. What are they doing? Who are you guys fighting? Okay, so apparently there are goblins in here somewhere. I can hear them dying, but I can't actually see them, which is weird. Right, so they killed all the goblins there. Oh, the goblins were kind of under the roof. So they're between the roof. Yeah, look, they're between the roof and the wall. So it's hard for the guys to get to them. Now we're pushing for the portal. But you can see we're getting shot from back there because guys have spawned in outside again. Okay, so we cleared the portal. So it's fair enough, as I say, it's fair enough that new goblins can come through the portal and stuff. But this whole thing of goblins just popping in out there, I suppose it brings balance to the world that you don't want players kind of overrunning other factions too easily. But at the same time, I think it could be done more elegantly. There could be maybe like cave entrances or something that looks like, oh yeah, there could be goblins hiding underground that are coming out, rather than just popping into existence. I think that would be more believable. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. Maybe there's like small little cave entrances that are too small for us to access, but the goblins would be able to use them. Well, for now, it seems pretty quiet here. But we have lost most of our guys. But there is a fight going on. See, it's hard to tell out there. See the big mass. Look at the mini-map. See the big mass of light green, which is our guys, and dark green, which is goblins. I think they're all, though, the bodies of people rather than like people who are alive. So, and that's something else I think that needs to change on the mini-map is the coloring for people. So, you know, like when I look at that, it looks like I've still got this massive army, but I've got one guy who's stuck in the house over there. One guy stuck in there. Or the barn, wherever it is. And then I've got these people here. And there might be a few people stuck outside, but there certainly isn't as many as is indicated on the map. And there certainly aren't as many goblins as indicated on the map either. And it's weird that the goblins have stopped coming through the portal as well. I've never had that happen before. Maybe we did overrun them. But as soon as we leave, they'll start coming back again, I think. Like the next time we visit, there'll be plenty of goblins. And I'm going to check this as well. Let's check this. Okay, so there is money here. But it'd be nice to be able to like kind of raid other factions for resources and stuff. I know we can do it here. We can get... Was there a wood pile before that we could loot? Just checking what's lootable in there, because you know in olden days it was a legitimate tactic. You know, if you were oh god. Okay, that's a bit of a glitch. That kind of launched us up in the air. But if your, you know, your village or your whatever tribe were short on something, and another tribe had that, then, you know, you could actually go take it off them rather than kind of producing it yourself. So that could, you know, that could be something in the game later on where, you know, kind of to keep the tension going between different factions. But again, you know, Goblin Village, the frame rate is pretty poor here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave the goblins. We're going to head out. So all of our poor dead people. Yeah, see, there's goblins out here now. You see, he just popped in there. But it'd be nice, so we have like these huts here and stuff, but it'd be nice if they kind of linked to some kind of underground system that we couldn't access, because the goblins being smaller than us, you know, would be able to say come out there and we wouldn't be able to. So that would kind of make sense. Where are my guys? Are my guys actually following? So my guys aren't following me. He's following me. Well, my guys are kind of stuck in here, are they? Let's go look at the portal. Yeah, they're still here, look. So if I change, so if I go into tactics and change them, so this is follow attack. Oh, that's weird as well, that it changes the lighting window. I suppose, no, I was going to say, suppose it makes sense seeing as an attack view, but not really, because if it's nighttime, it's hard to see, then it should be hard to see on the tactics one as well. Okay, so someone has got themselves unstuck. Okay, so that goblin has attracted the guys over. Okay, yeah, so they're making their way out to fight the goblin. Okay. But it should be a case, if they're in a group and one member of the group aggroes, it should be like a chain thing where then the rest decide, okay, well, yeah, we'll go deal with that threat, depending on what their orders are. So let's fight this guy. Oh god, did I kill you? No, I didn't. The goblin did it, yeah. Oh, are you shooting us? Okay, so a bunch of goblins dead. Oh, they're going back in. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into tactics. Okay, and then I'm going to change them to retreat. Okay, so F4 is follow retreat. So they should all retreat back to me. But I can see a guy up there who's doing nothing. Okay, I can see things being flung around the place. I can't see through those trees at all. And we got some goblins attacking. So I like that it kind of kicks you out of the tactical view when you're under threat, but it doesn't seem. So let's have a look at those guys there. Okay, so if we do the shortcuts, so attack. Okay, they did change. Let's change to defend. Oh, nice signal there as well. Okay. Now I think the goblins actually changed their stance there rather than me changing it. Okay, that's retreat or follow. And then let's change them back to attack so they can get stuck in. So let's help out here. So we've a couple of archers and a few guys over there. Now let's change them to follow. Okay, so those guys are following. Okay, so it seems to work on this, but not on the tactical view. Now let's change to attack and see how. Okay, you can see them spreading out and they're looking for people to attack. Good. Now let's put them on defend. Oh, that guy's running backwards. Okay. So, okay. So it seems like anyone who's within a certain distance of you when you put them on defend, don't change their posture. But wow, where the hell are those two guys going? But people who are further away seem to change. But that's not really defending what they're doing, is it? Let's put everyone on follow and see if those guys come back. Okay, well these guys are here. That guy is coming back from there. Okay, looks like we've gotten everyone back. It'd be nice as well when you have military following you, if you had like a counter of your troops. Just to tell you, you know, how many guys you have. How many guys you have kind of each type maybe, or something like that. Or, you know, something simple. You know, don't need to overcomplicate it, but it's always good to know kind of what your strength is. But again, that's something that will hopefully come when this system gets more attention in the future. But yeah, here's another one of these guys who just pops in. And it's the same with the other enemies as well. It'd just be nice to have kind of something that makes it more believable that, you know, they're just popping out in somewhere. So in the goblin area there should be some kind of, you know, maybe like entrances or like exits for underground systems that we can't access, but you can see them around the place, kind of like almost like a rabbit warren type deal. The guys are fighting, and then for, yeah, they're fighting an invisible person. Look. Oh no, they're not. Okay, she was a bandit. Okay, I was wondering what was going on there. she's actually legitimately a bandit. She's definitely not invisible. But yeah, then like for undead, having things like, I know, like on the loading screen there's a graveyard. It'd be nice to have like the graves and stuff in the game, or other things like that. You know, they don't have to be graves, but just something that makes sense for them to come out of. Then bandits and stuff, you know, obviously they're more likely to ambush. So if we had like bushes and thick bushes and trees around the place, like that they could jump out of, like that, I think that would be cool. But we're coming back to the city, and the game has completely lagged out there. Yeah, we're down to like 1 frame a second. Okay, and then I can hear my computer struggling to try and get that frame rate up at the moment. Fan just kicked on and went crazy. Okay, so we're back here. So that was just a quick look at the tactical thing and just see how it works in a practical sense. That lady's gonna hit me with some logs. Okay, that's fine. And you can see how many people now we have left out of like who we actually went out with. Okay, so the next, what I'll do is, you know, the next time we look at this is when, sorry, that guy, let me put the cursor on him. That guy there is distracting me, kind of just walking into the log. But yeah, in terms of these groups of guys, you know, obviously there is a lot of work to be done on it in terms of the pathing, the tactical. It'd be really nice as well to have, and again, it's probably something that will come in the future, to have like a little tutorial on the tactical screen. So when we have things like being able to group people and stuff, that you have like a little scenario maybe where you're fighting some bandits and you have to recruit, say like 2 or 3 archers and 2 or 3 militia or something, and then maybe the same amount of soldiers, and then you're shown how to group people together and then how to move them around the tactics map so that you know, you can maybe outflank, or you can keep your like obviously you don't want your archers really in the same place as your soldiers and stuff like that. So being able to go through a little scenario like that just teaches you the basics would be cool once that's put in. So that's something for the guys to consider, that when when you're looking at that, the tutorial I think is a must. So when you're going to flesh that out, but as I said, next is going to be the RPG leveling system. So I think, I'm not sure how far away that is. I'll have to ask the guys in the Discord how far away we are on that, and maybe I'll have an answer for that for next week's video. So next week's video, I'll have to think about something else then to focus on as well for that. So maybe another element of the game. We've already done building, so we'll have to think of maybe seeing how the guys do in a cave system, where we bring them all in, how they can path around and stuff like that. Because we did try with a small group of guys, but I'd like to do it if I have my full army, to see how they actually, do they get lost? Because some of them got lost really easy when there's a small group, but wondering what a big group is going to be like. But yeah, that's all for the future. So as always, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, share with a friend or two on your favorite social media, and I really hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right, and check out some other videos here on the left.